जटाटवीकलज्जलं प्रवाहपावितस्थले कलेवलं जलम्बितां भुजङ्गतुङ्गमालिकां.
Hi friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So we'll continue our discussion on identifying different archetypes. In the previous video, we have already discussed what all are the signs which would label a person as a Jupiterian archetype. In this particular video, we are going to discuss the signs which would indicate that the person is more Saturn driven. So before we'll start our discussion on different parameters on which it gets checked, a quick recap of why it is important to study the archetype. So you people need to understand that in palmistry, the two most important tools of palmistry is understanding the archetype, labeling an archetype, and aging the lines properly. You know why I am saying this thing is because no matter what the situation is, the person has come with some kind of dominant personality traits which he derives from different archetypes. The archetypes are nothing but just the 7 mounts marked on our palm: Jupiter mount, Saturn mount, Apollo mount, Mercury mount, the Mars mount, Venus mount, and the Moon mount. So basis the influence of a mount which is very dominant in a person's life, the person is going to choose his occupation accordingly. The way he reacts to a particular situation, his past, present and future, everything will open up automatically in front of you, because like the way I have already told you, the Jupiter traits are of ambition, leadership, spirituality, righteousness, or desire for respect. So even if a person would undertake sales as his occupation, but if that person is particular, very typically Jupiterian archetype, so that ambitious streak, that desire to lead a particular situation would automatically be there in the part of his personality. That doesn't mean if a person is Jupiterian, that person is going to get into teaching or any kind of preaching occupation, but whichever occupation the person will choose, that will have a leadership streak, ambitious streak as a part of his personality. No matter even if the whole palm is looking very constant to you, all the mounts are equally looking prominent to you, even in that situation there would be one mount which would be very prominent or two mounts which will be very prominent. So this is what you need to identify, and this video is devoted to that only, where we are trying to identify all those signs which would indicate that this particular person is Saturnian archetype. You won't believe the institute from where I did my course of palmistry. So I ran into one lady, I remember a couple of months back. So there, we were just having a discussion, and I just asked her about, what do you do in your leisure time, about her relationship. The reply which I got was very surprising. Typically in the lore of palmistry, typical in the language of palmistry, her reply was, I'm a very Saturnian, I don't like much of the company of people. So this is how we identify types in palmistry, in the languages of palmistry. So now coming to identifying the Saturnian archetype, what to look at the mount. I'm not going to again repeat all those things which I have already covered at the time when we were having a detailed discussion on the planet Saturn, the mount of Saturn. I made 3 exclusive videos on what does mount of Saturn represent, what all are the Vedic connection and remedies which an individual can think of in order to appease if the signs are negative on the mount of Saturn, and even the presence of special signs and symbols. So those 3 videos you can just scroll down my playlist and you can just find it over there. Here we are just exclusively talking about how to identify the Saturnian archetype, what all are the parameters on which it gets checked. So this is the mount of Saturn, as you can see, just under your middle finger. Under your middle finger, this portion is known as the mount of Saturn. So now when it comes to checking it, first area to look at is the mount which carries the maximum weightage. So the criteria to check the mount of Saturn is different as compared to other mounts, because all other mounts get checked on the parameters of how full the mount is, how round the mount is, how risen the mount is, how much is the height of the mount. But when it comes to the mount of Saturn, it is a flat mount. So even if there would be little bit of risenness which you will find over here, this would automatically give it 100 points. So the criteria is different. This is a flat mount, and like the way planets behave even in our palm as per their innate nature. Jupiter nature is extrovert, expanding things. So the mount of Jupiter is prominent. If the person is Jupiterian, you will automatically find this portion to be very risen, very prominent, very swollen. Saturn has a restricting qualities, so that might be a case when you will find the whole hand to be very flat. Automatically it should come to your mind that this person might be a Saturnian type. So the first thing is the whole palm to be very flat, or the mount of Saturn to be flat or little bit slightly raised would give it 100 points. So this is with the mount. Next comes the fingers. So automatically if the middle finger would be high set on the palm. See, whenever I say high set, low set, the finger setting I use in the context of the palmistry, it just means that this is the whole line where the fingers are joining the palm. So if a finger to be high set, the only eligibility is that this finger would be high set on the palm in like this way. So now we can say that this finger is little bit high set on the palm. As you can see, all the fingers are attached over here. This finger is little bit high set on the palm. So this is what do we mean by high set. High setting is very important because it automatically gives larger space to the mount. So if the middle finger would be high set on the palm, that's the first good quality. If the finger is exceptionally longer as compared to other fingers, generally middle finger automatically remains to be longer as compared to other fingers, but if you'll find it exceptionally longer, so this would also give it additional points. And last is, any point of time you'll find, majority of the times what I've seen in the Saturnian hand is that all other fingers would be leaning towards the middle finger. This would automatically give you an idea that Saturnian qualities are very prominent. So you'll find the natural formation of the hand in a way that the index finger, the ring finger and the little finger, they all finger would be automatically leaning towards the middle finger. It's like they're bowing their obeisance, they're bowing their respect towards the middle finger. So that would be one more way to look at it. And third is, any point of time you'll find this kind of bent, like the way I have in my this middle finger. So this kind of bent on the first joint, finger to be little bit of lateral bent, this would automatically kind of accentuate and increase the prominence of Saturn in an individual's life. So I'll repeat, when it comes to fingers, the first sign to look at is the high setting of the finger along with the long length of the middle finger. Second is all the fingers leaning towards the middle finger, and third is a little bit of bent on the mount of the on the finger of the Saturn, because bent is very important. This would just tell about all the signification of the fingers, like the way this is the finger of a scholar, of a leader, this is the finger of a leader, this is the finger of a scholar, a researcher, this is the finger of an artist, this is the finger of a businessman. So any point of time you'll find this kind of bent, a natural bent on the top joint of the finger. This would just tell about that the person is very smart, very clever in the signification as represented by this little finger, which is of the finger of business. If you'll find this kind of bent over here, you'll just get to know that the person is very active, very smart towards the signification which index finger represent, the leadership qualities, the spirituality. So a bent on the top flange would also give additional points to the fingers. Next comes the presence of any signs and symbols. So there also, if you'll find the good signs, like the way, for example, you have spotted the symbol of triangle, good points to the Saturnian archetype. Triangle, as we have already discussed, just tells about knowledge of occult, interest towards spirituality. Along with that, if you'll find good signs like symbol of square, or let's say for example you have found the symbol of trident. So these all signs would give additional points to the a person to be in the race of identifying and labeling as a Saturnian archetype. And if you have spotted the negative signs, the most negative being the symbol of dot, the symbol of grill, or let's say for example the symbol of crossbars, something like this, the crossbars cutting the line. So all these signs are considered as negative, which would automatically decrease the weightage of person being labeled as a Saturnian archetype. Next come the miscellaneous signs. See, when it comes to the miscellaneous signs, the first thing which you all know that Saturn represents yellowish color. So on the palmistry, in palmistry, Saturn represents the yellow color. Gloominess, little bit of pessimism, so little bit of irritability. So any point of time you'll find little bit of yellow tinge on the palm. This would also indicate the strong influence of the planet Saturn. So with that said, it doesn't mean that all the Saturnians would have a yellow tinge. It's just like that if there will be a yellow tinge, this would indicate towards the strong influence of the planet Saturn. And the one more miscellaneous point is that generally Saturnian people remain to have very dry and very coarse kind of skin. So along with that, the yellowish tinge, you'll also find the texture of the skin to be little bit, dry, skin being cracked. So that would also indicate towards a prominent Saturnian influence. So I'll just culminate it. The mount, flat mount would get 50% of the weightage, the fingers would get 20% of the weightage, 20% of the weightage, and this would get 10% of the weightage. So culminating and kind of adding all of it, you'll just can conclude whether the person is Saturnian archetype or not. So this is about identifying the Saturnian archetype. And let's say, for example, if you have accurately assessed someone and you have labeled someone that this person is Saturnian archetype, the primary influence of the mount is of planet Saturn. So what would remain to be the promising years in the life of a person? So like the way I always say, the Saturnian people, no matter how wise they are, how philosophical they are, how hardworking they are, even their work gets recognized and acknowledged, but many a times they remain to be very late bloomers. Their due success comes to them in a very later stage of the life. So generally these people get success after 35 years of the age, because Saturn rules the age from 36 to 43 years of the age. So these people get their due success after 35 years of the age, and specifically 30th and the 40th year remain to be very promising, very auspicious and very lucky for these people. And when it comes to how do they look, so what has been written in our Brihat Hora Shastra by sage Parashara, where he has given proper description of all the archetypes. So he has given this description that the archetype Saturnian people would remain to be, they have very lean body, they remain to be very tall with tawny eyes. Their temperament remains to be windy, windy temperament, tawny eyes, big teeth, and downward glance. So these all are the ways by which a Saturnian archetype can also be identified. So I hope I made myself very clear in this video. For further more updates and notification on palmistry, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.